hi guys. I see this panel is very popular. Tonka had an easy job of saying that I will do everything. So thank you, Tonka. This panel is opening the 10th edition of NEM. Since I'm really proud somehow that we all survived, I think, and then that we were able to make a great thing out of NEM, which started as a little boutique thing. I'll mention all of you in relation to NEM because I wanted a panel that will show to all of you how it all started in different ways with different people. But these guys always supported NEM, always were there, and I love them a lot. So let me first start with a woman. So Sabrina is at Eutelsat. She was always at Eutelsat. And in 2013, or was it 12? I don't remember.
It was the 6th
13.
of February.
Yeah. So Sabrina calls me. No, not me, but the office. And Maris answers the phone. And she says, okay, I would love to visit you, your offices. And Maris comes to me and says, some lady wants to come and see the offices. And I'm like, she just wants to check if we exist at all. So Sabrina comes, I come say hi. And then after 5 minutes of very polite talk, I ask her, do you want some rakia? She says yes. Then after a bottle of rakia, we have a diamond sponsor for NEM. And this all starts. So this was Sabrina. She is with us for 10 years. And today's party is also Eutelsat, the opening party of NEM, 10th edition. Branko is a very old friend, very old friend. I'm not mentioning years because they'll say that we should probably go away from the media arena, but very old friend who first, when I met him in Zagreb, when he was the CEO of Nova TV, that was a very long time ago. He looked at me and said, I was in awe first. He looked at me and said, you have beautiful eyes. Thank you, God. Okay, now we can talk. Pavel, who was in so many companies, did so many things. Pavel I met in 2004 when he was RTL, when they called me for a meeting about subtitling.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was expecting one or two people. And I come there and it's 25 of them. They're all looking at me like, now tell us something. And I saw Dirk Gerkens. He was somehow the best looking guy there. So I thought I was going to look at him. It'll be easier for me. Pavel was there asking some questions. So this I'm telling you, Adrian I met at, was it BNet?
Yeah.
It was like way back in the era without cell phones. So I'm telling you this not to emphasize how old we are, but to tell you that our friendships last long. The companies, the corporations, the people that we tend to somehow brush with, they're here, they last long. And this is the only panel where the panelists are not supposed to talk about their companies, but are supposed to tell something about NEM, about the importance of NEM in the region, about the importance of NEM and me in your lives. I'm probably somehow important in your lives. So let us first again start with a woman.
Okay, thank you. So when I met Sanja, it was in her office. She was actually not welcoming me. She was walking around and checking me out. And when she did come in, we did have the rakia. We did have a lot of cigarettes too. And then I said, okay, she knows all of our clients in the region. So this is where I need to be to have this event. And I'm like, how am I going to sell it to the company to sponsor an event in this region? So I go back and NEM. In French, NEM means...
What?
It means egg roll.
Egg roll.
Yes. So NEM, and then Dubrovnik, like sunny vacation, no work done at all. I never told you this, huh?
Oh, well.
So
I didn't know about the egg roll.
Yeah, egg roll. So I did a lot of convincing, but what really did it over the top was the fact that there was a great lineup of already people that were faithful to you for your dubbing business and the fact that you were very popular in the region. And being an outsider from France, we were like, wait, this is important because all our clients are here. And I have to admit that we've been faithful ever since then because we just wanted to say thank you to the region, to the customers, to the partners. And
thank you.
And we'll keep coming back because we were always very impressed with the speakers and with everybody that participated and got huge. Also, we went from 150 people to, I don't know, 5,000. That's really...
No, but okay.
On the way.
So, thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina, for everything. Branko?
Ooh. You should say that. You should tell us that we will have a love chat here. We should prepare, especially the male side of the panel. You know,
yes.
We are not so good talking about the love, but 2013 is really a long time ago. If you look what happened during these 10 years, both on a personal level and on a business level. But I think since we are staying here in Palace, that then there is only one person who can be named Queen, and that's you. So, and this is why. So the Queen of NEM. But what I have learned from you as a queen of this event, if I can share, in a life and a business, most of the times we are faced with the limitations and we are not thinking about opportunities. But and I took two positive effects from the NEM. The first one is yours. You showed that you can do it. So you started with a small idea which turned into a world-class event for our industry. And you showed us how to seize the opportunity, how to persist, how to execute this small idea. And this is why we are here at 10th NEM. Even you survived 2 COVID years.
Yes.
And everything in between. And secondly, you also showed to all of us that we can do it as well. Because if I look back 10 years ago, for example, just 2 things. At that time, we were very shy about our streaming services, regional, local streaming services. And today, you can be proud on your Pickbox success. We can be proud on Boyle Story. And in 2013, we just started to do some originals for the streamers. We were also a bit shy. But during these 10 years, now today, we are equal in any European quality with the original series from Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia. And you gave us this boost that we can do it not just personally, but also collectively. And you, during the NEMs, you had so many topics which were related to those 2 elements. For example, we gave us thought, okay, if Sanja can do it, then we can do it as well.
Thank you so much for that, because I always thought that we should inspire each other. And if we don't discriminate among ourselves, if we just say, why can I not have a mini can here? I can. Are we smart enough? Yes. Are we good enough? Yes. So the limitations are really just in our minds. And if we skip that, if you have friends like I do, they were just the beginning. I have to tell you a story about Adrian, who was supposed to go to Harvard, I think. Was it? Somewhere in the US. And he said, because of you, I'm going 3 days late because I wanted to see NEM. Okay, tell me just, how did you like it? And I was, happy. Everybody came. And he said, it's okay, but not enough people. Okay, Adrian, this is year 1, so what can we all do? But let us get there. We got there. We surpassed it. We're going to do better even because now we can more than we could before. Pavel?
Yes, I always remember the first name was in another hotel.
Yeah, Rixos.
Adriatic.
Rixos.
Yeah, it was first night. It was very cold. Not like now. It was. We tried to. There was a cocktail outside, but everybody needed 2 blankets just to stay.
Somebody was swimming in the pool, I remember.
After the drinks.
I think it was Balash from AMC.
And there were very few attendees at that time. Actually, the person who convinced me to come here was Dragan Nenadovic, who unfortunately left us.
Yes.
Who was a very dear friend of mine.
Yes.
As a general director of Prva TV Srpska.
Yes. Dear friend.
And it's amazing to see how this event grew up thanks to you and to your energy, as Branko mentioned. And I think it's the only event where you can see in such a small space your competitors and exchange ideas or clients. So this closed circle makes it very, let's say, full of energy.
Yeah,
so every
Maria
time
said,
I come here, I go back with lots of energy because you give me energy. And,
thank you, Pavel.
and my competitor, Branko, gives me energy. So everybody here...
Definitely. But you've heard...
So I can fight better after.
You've heard Maria. Maria said, make friends. Don't make enemies.
Competitors are also friends.
No, competitors is also a friend.
Of course.
Oh, it's hard to tell after all these people, but
yeah,
everything changed in
smart.
the last 10 years, except my haircuts. Probably Branko's also. He grew old a little bit. but if you look, let me maybe describe how Sanja made preparation for this panel. She called and we are doing panel, you will be the guest. I said, okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll call you. Then there was a Teams call. She was on the other side, drinking coffee, smoking. How are you? Good. Are you coming? Yes. Great. That was preparation. that was kind of friendly chat.
Yeah.
5 minutes to see how everybody is, and that's all about this. I think you're able to kind of glue all the people from very different kind of background and industry together. People don't have to go to places where they used to go before, for this region at least, or I don't know, Cannes or Amsterdam or London, and you were able to stick everybody here and brought it and bring nice panels, good ideas, great networking on a great place, and actually people are getting hungry of that, and that's why even you were able to add one in between in winter NEM. So because definitely people find very interesting and helpful, and to be here, and you were able to put all that together with a smile and with your persistence. And
yeah, I am persistent. That's true.
Yeah, we know that. I don't think anybody can tell no to you, but anyway, congrats for all for where we are today.
I agree with Adrian that really what makes NEM unique proposition is that you are connecting, content distribution and technology. 10 years ago, that seemed rather unusual. Today, actually, it's a must.
Yeah.
But 10 years ago, everybody was, what those guys from telco is doing here, what those tech guys are doing. Content was predominant, but today it's a must for this type of event because the power of content, especially the local one, its smooth distribution and the pace of tech innovation is so strong that we should talk much more than we used to talk in the past. Those three segments, and there is no better place in the world to talk in Dubrovnik or in NEM about these subjects.
No, but that's so true, because you said one thing during our famous preparation call. You said, let's see what we said back then. Back then, in 2013, the focus was on sports, but it was still starting. We had 2 panels about sports. We had some telco panels, but
3D.
3D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Through the eyes of an adult channel, I think it was.
It was.
So,
virtual reality.
yes, it was different, although the premises were the same. But what Adrian said, what Branko said was, we were not yet combining them in our minds. We started then, went on, and today you cannot imagine one with the other. I think we could encourage a bit of questions from the audience. I think they are going to be some. Does anybody have a question?
Light one.
Nobody?
Light one, please.
Yes. No questions? Excuse me?
Favorite year?
Your favorite year in the past 10 years, and why?
This is a leading question towards, I know what. Well, my favorite year was the year I met Anahita.
When was that?
And we had a panel. The panel was called Women and Beer. And we just started talking about the sexy things in media and why we all are so passionate about the work in media. And then the power went out. So I said, let's have the beer and move out because... So meeting Anahita was definitely one of my favorite years. Also, you know what? When I think back, all of those years have something special. I cannot tell you which one was, except the one I met Anahita, but what I'm in awe of every year is the growing of NEM, the recurring visitors of NEM, because everybody who has been here for the first time always comes back. The little people, the people that are not keynotes or panelists or, I don't know, they all just come back and show appreciation and show the value of this event. And for that, I'm truly grateful. I'll start crying soon, so some more. More questions?
Thank you. I was here last year for the first time, and
Maria, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought I'd throw a question. And last year, my experience was that it was a great business, but it was also very therapeutical. And I feel like in a great going to a therapist by meeting colleagues. I don't like to call them competition, and sharing the same frustrations that we have. So I thought there was a good percentage of the time that I spent in NEM was very therapeutical. I was going to a consultant. And I don't dare to say what the percentage of therapy was versus business. Definitely therapy helped business a lot. So I wanted to throw that question to you. What was the percentage for you, the participants, and if you're aware of the therapeutical effect of this bubble and this moment of time?
I'll tell you what I aimed at when we started. I wanted it not to be MIP at all. I wanted it not to have 15-minute meetings and running around Cannes like crazy. I wanted it to be a lovely setting with people that you can learn from, with people that can inspire you, and yet be relaxed. Not excluding the not relaxing, but business was never excluded. Although some people thought that, oh, you don't do anything, you just sit around the pool, look at the sea, it's a market with a view. It is all that, but everybody who has come here once is coming back. You get tired of the view, or you have seen it, and okay, you can now see something else. But they're coming because of the appeal that they feel towards other industry people that they can talk to, learn something, see business done with a bottle of champagne or wine or Cola Zero. Where's Mark Young? Somewhere there. I had 3 Cola Zeros because of him today. So I think we found the right way to answer your therapy question, the right way to teach, learn, relax, and have fun. And this is what makes NEM really special. And somebody told me the other day, I'll not mention who it was, but that it is amazing that the NEM team sends every week an additional participant list, all the time outlining new participants that have joined, I don't know, in the past week. And the person said, nobody ever does that. They just don't care. This is the difference between NEM, and it always was, NEM and other markets in general. We do care, and you can see that from everything that we do, even if it's a small detail like the participant list, and added are the people in different colors, or you can see it by my friend Branko bringing me amazing flowers, which are amazing but very heavy, so I didn't bring them here. I didn't know if they would fit here, but okay. So you can see it in every little detail that we as humans forgot. I don't know why, but we as humans should work more on those little details. It's not that hard. It's not at all time consuming. It's just you have to think of it. You have to remember it, and you have to do it. Questions?
So we have a title for next year, NEM, Love and Therapy.
We'll make a show even.
Yeah.
I have to say that your team always, since the #1 edition, always brought everybody together, and by organizing the meetings, by introducing. So that's something that you don't see anywhere else.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
it's quite easy to network. I just have one little comment, is as the days
Because
get
she's a woman.
as the days get nicer and the meetings are getting a little bit, tiring, people have a tendency to go more towards the sea and the pool. So I was hoping that one day we could have a presentation or even a panel session in the pool.
Oh, yes, and meetings, definitely. We had when
Are you guys ready?
Branko, you remember the
No.
time at Rixos?
Yeah.
Then a client, I will not tell you who that is, you'll laugh. She was calling me to have a meeting with her in the sea.
I did that with clients too. We had skinny dipping at the.
Well, no, I didn't want to. I said, I'm not putting my bathing suit on for you or for the members of and participants of NEM, ever. And I do tend to have my meetings at a table. So,
You can put the
Pool
table
table.
in the pool.
Katarina, do you have any questions?
It's not a question. While you were talking, I was just thinking how we all participate in what you like and your dream. And I feel great because I feel that I'm part of this as well for 10 years. I was thinking like you went through million of markets, Cannes, LA, and you picked up what didn't work there. The things that meetings are too fast to get to know people, the things that they're not personalized in terms of relationship between market and the buyer or the exhibitor, and you corrected it at NEM. So I think we all feel like we're part of your dream. Same with Pickbox. You created a channel that you would like to watch. So
Exactly.
yeah.
This might not be smart, but
So, and I also feel that this is a special event each year for us because all the meetings are more personal, all the connections made here last longer than any other markets that I visited. So thank you for that.
no, thank you.
So Nokia died, Sanja never. Connecting people.
Yes, not Nokia.
No, you're better than
Obviously.
Nokia. Much better.
Yes. Hi, Andrea.
As we talked last night, it was Katarina, it was Branko, 10 years ago, who
Yes.
asked me, like, please, Fremantle, support this market and Sanja. And I could not be happier that we did. And I was at each single edition. And my question to you, on top of congratulations, from the bottom of my heart, and I'm very happy to be part of this too. And in addition to Branko's love and therapy for the next 10 years, the question is, what is your main vision for the next 10 years?
Next 10 years. Huh.
At least,
I should be happy if I live, my dear. So.
No, I mean for NEM, and like it feels
Again, the
for
same
me.
answer.
Sorry, Sanja, for me it feels like now the birth took 10 years. It's a 9 months period for human beings. It was really, for me, it feels like we are there now with NEM, with this full house, with everything. It feels like a real big market, meaning a lot for the industry, especially in our region, Central and Eastern Europe. So you
Yeah.
must have a vision for the future of this lovely
No, I
market.
do have well, not a vision, but a wish.
Where do you want to go?
I wish we all stop saying our region. Our region is not so different from any other region. It just has less money. So, as soon as we get an injection of money, will not be that region. We all know that the Balkans is very difficult to live, work, think, and all things human. But we are here. So we should adapt, but not too much. We should try and change what we can in a positive way. We should try and do better. all of us, we should not envy. We should not make enemies. We should make friends. I'm going to quote Maria a lot this year. I love Omdia and Maria. Obviously, you see that because they're always with us. I think they have valuable statistics to share and a lot of insights for everybody. So the next 10 years, I'm telling you seriously, I hope I live. If I live, this will not be our region, that region, this region. It will be just a part of the world like anywhere else, with maybe a bit more money. So that would be, let's say, my wish, because everything for everybody would be easier if we just facilitated a bit more. Mate, do you have a question?
I have entertainment part, because we all feel like we are at the funeral just talking. I think we should all stand up and sing Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear NEM, happy birthday to you.
Natalia, you're crazy. That's why I love you. But you are crazy.
But this defines what NEM is.
Yeah.
You know everybody knows you. It's personal, it's friendly. This really actually defines what NEM is all about.
Who's talking?
Adrian.
You're talking. I was looking at the audience. I was like, what? Who's where?
I have to say, we know your husband, we know your son, we know your
Yes.
daughter, now your granddaughter. I mean, we know
Yeah.
everybody, all the organizers, they all know us. So
Yeah.
and you know everybody's first name here. So
I do. My memory is still okay. If anybody was wondering.
This is the last pill in the morning.
did you take it?
So the next 10 years, I hope to remember even more names and add them to the list of a lot of people. And I hope not to forget the names, because I really do know the spouse's name, the children's name, or at least I know if they're 2 girls or 2 boys. So I do love people. And when you love people, you love to listen to them and not think about the next clever thing you're going to tell them. That's what most people do. So just listen to each other. Visit NEM. Zagreb is going to be amazing. I know it's not that this time of the year or the sea or what, but it's all about content creation, and it's going to be very, very, very good. Nobody has anything to say.
We're
My
listening to you.
panelists. What?
Yeah, we know how to. What are the rules in the palace? You have to listen to the queen. Sorry.
I was expecting more of you, Pavel. But you, I don't know. Whenever I call you, whenever I talk to you, you just don't say a thing.
How I don't say a thing.
I don't know. Do you want me to?
I
ask you
prepared a huge
questions?
presentation, but you tell me no presentation. So
He just wants to make a huge presentation of his company. And I said, this is not a presentation of your company. This is a presentation of NEM, of people, of what we do here. And suddenly he doesn't know what to say.
He's the best diplomat among us, really.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
Diplomatic value. So all of these guys, just so you know, are big bosses in their own companies. So Branko is the CEO of Pop TV and Pro Plus in Slovenia. right?
Yeah.
Pavel is the CEO of TV2 in Hungary.
And Planet Slovenia.
And Planet Slovenia. Sorry, I always forget that. Sorry.
It's a big country.
Yeah, big country.
Not for Croatia.
Yes, but in general. So Adrian is the CEO of Telemach for Slovenia and Croatia. So they're big guys.
Especially Adrian.
Especially
when he stands
Adrian.
up.
He two countries. Come on.
No, when he
They
stands
all-
up.
They all want to charge me something.
Yes.
I have to say something because you provoke me.
Okay, go ahead.
I think what is making even more admirable what you did is that you did this without any state support.
Without what?
Any state support.
Government.
No, without.
Because every time I go to Cannes or other festivals, there is always the Minister of Culture who is coming of France, sometimes even the Prime Minister or the Mayor of
Yeah,
Cannes.
they pay for everything.
And here you did it with your two hands, with your heart and with your brain. That's why it's so admirable.
Exactly.
And I think it's time Croatia to realize that this kind of events, it's important also for Croatia because it makes people talk about Dubrovnik and about Croatia.
I know. I don't know about Croatia, but the European Union saw that we were doing something good. So we got the grant for NEM Zagreb 23 and 24. They're helping a lot since NEM Zagreb was always in the red because it's
That's
different.
great.
It's different.
That's great.
So now I don't care about the state or the government. I have the European Union backing me up, so who cares? It will be easier. It will be nice. You'll all be invited. Adrian especially, Branko, he has a lot of content to show to the region and other regions.
But imagine, I don't know if you noticed, yesterday there was another important lady in this hotel, but actually nobody noticed. She is the head of International Monetary Fund, a lady from Bulgaria. But everybody knows that Sanja is here.
Yeah, who cares about monetary
So,
fund?
what is important, at least in this hotel.
Yeah. MMF only goes so far. But we go farther. So we have 6 minutes more.
Less.
Or
There's a hand.
there's a hand there.
Hi guys, Sanja, congratulations. And since we heard your vision for the next 10 years.
Who's that? Vika, is that you?
Vika, it's me, yeah. So since we have 6 minutes, let's give it 2 minutes to each of your panelists to tell about their vision for the next 10 years. That would be great. Thanks.
Good idea. Uh-huh.
I thought we would survive without that.
Well, I
Go,
think
Sabrina.
satellite will continue for sure. They're up there and they're not getting ready to leave anytime soon. But I think connectivity and broadcast will definitely merge more and more, and that's where our vision's going. And linear TV's being seen a different way, but we're still watching TV on a big screen, no matter what we say.
So 10 years of connectivity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connectivity back to video, and then back to connectivity.
Okay.
We have to be serious now?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a serious question.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to be serious. Come on.
So I like challenges. So for me, I find 3 challenges, key challenges for our broadcaster, content producer. So the first one is that we have to fit in this environment of smart TVs, because smart TVs will be very important in our households. And we will have to fight with these big companies for our place on remote control. So where will be our button? Because otherwise all the big guys will take the space in the button, or where will be our place in the app land of any smart TV. On the other hand, we have to also find a way with the operators ecosystem because they are creating their own experience, and with the content offering and related services, for example, time shifting viewing is really a great commodity for user, but on the other hand, it's creating certain damage for the traditional TV. So what's the right balance in order to, because we are now partners, thanks to NEM, not enemies. So what is the right balance in order to accommodate our viewer, their user, and to protect our interest? So the next challenge is, of course, content, like always. I strongly believe that local news, local entertainment, and local sport, meaning local clubs, local national leagues, local national teams, will come back to the traditional TV because that's the only way how to make them relevant in a sea of sport rights available everywhere. And third one is we have to be all around as a TV. We have to be on all screens, on all second screens, in all social media platforms, and we have to adopt quickly and to be more data-driven, and as we are used so far, because otherwise we will age like our viewers are aging. Almost more than 20% of the audience in our countries are older than 65. So,
are they?
Yeah. You're not among
this
this target group. You're young by heart.
No, I haven't noticed.
So I would say these are
getting old.
Challenges in the next 10 years. And if we will do it properly, we will still be, the wide reach and mass appeal media.
Yeah.
Interesting task.
I just have to add to the others. I think that what will continue to be important is the content, the storytelling. As said the keynote speaker. I think regardless of the platforms, at the end, people look for content which is touching them, which is emotional, which makes them laughing or crying. And in that respect, all the genres are important. The news, the sports, the game shows, the movies, the series.
Yeah.
So our main task is to continue as well as we can producing great content. And the viewers and the audiences, they always find the great content. We see sometimes even when we put on a small channel, if it's the right show, the audiences are coming. And
that's true.
I mean, what we did in the last few years in Hungary with our spectacular growth of audience, this also proves that even with some traditional formats which were forgotten, like Wheel of Fortune, for instance, or Let's Make a Deal, they bring audiences. And of course, and I here turn to my neighbor, what is very important is the pay TV. I still believe in pay TV. Or if I can resume, because we talk about Palace and Queen, my view is that the content will always be king and the distribution will be the queen.
Definitely.
Coming in the last minute. I think, if you look 10 years ago, where the first time started, Google didn't still make first Android TV 10 years ago. It made it afterwards. And I don't know, streaming was kind of, at least, I would, 10 times lower as today is the mainstream. The things are changing fast, and it will change fast in the future because nobody today mentioned also what we have kind of addressable marketing on really getting the people needs and putting the artificial intelligence on top of that. The world will change completely in 10 years. What I still believe is, whoever gets the way to channel and be the one that actually channels all the content through it, is it the telecoms through its broadband and mobility or somebody else, we hope it will still be pay TV and around it. Today we saw a presentation that pay TV is still, you have a different shifts of viewing, time shift, everything else, but it's still there. That if you channelize the whole set of values from network and mobility and customer experience with all the local relevant content, it should always be as a news, a sport in lives, and the local series and everything else what people like. There is still a big ecosystem that will be there. And probably there will be some new social networks and some new viewing time, and maybe the focus won't be 2 hours or half an hour or 7 seconds. Some other type will come, so it will be very interesting what will happen, because I don't think anybody in this room can really say what will happen in 10 years. But the entertainment around content will still be probably one of the main focuses of people. So, you know, and the only question is who will take a bigger value in this value chain. I think that's the story. We are all fighting for that, and hopefully we'll be here, or somebody will take it a little bit more.
Well, we're done. We're done?
We're just starting.
Yeah, we could, you know. I hope you all liked it. Maybe I took too much of the panel. I didn't want to do that. I was hoping we shared it equally. But in the end, thanks to Vika, we did. So we all said what we wanted to say. Well, I can talk for hours, but somebody's going to kill me. Thank you so much. And not only for this panel, thank you guys so much for being with me my whole life. Thank you. And thank you.
Long live Queen.
Thank you.